Hi everyone, I'm Kavita Behera and today I'm going to recreate this example from scratch in Power BI. So, if you know me or if you know my content, I am a big fan of different visualizations. So, I keep collecting good examples, infographic, different visual styles, and chart just to see what is possible. This is a stacked waterfall chart which is used to show a profit and loss statement or expense statement, which I always wanted to recreate. So my idea is like to when I want to recreate a chart like this, I don't have to go for visuals or tools like Tableau, Spotfire, or anything outside Power BI. So I'll show you how we can create this from scratch without doing too much data manipulation or actually no data manipulation, and very easily with minimal clicks within Power BI. So we will start first with Excel. What is the original data set? If you create that within Excel, how it will look like. And from there, we will move towards Power BI. We are going to start with this simple data set for waterfall chart. So we have category, we have legend where we are using our stacked fields or anything which we want to show in stacked manner, and then the value. Now let's just plot this for a second in Excel and see how the visual renders. So I'll select the waterfall chart in Excel, and you will see it is actually not that bad. It is a very simple waterfall chart that I see here. You can see the breakdown of my revenue. This is my total value. All the legend is wrong because it is taking my first category. Increase, decrease, rest is fine. But in Excel, there is no way I can club my labor and material together or my expenses together. That is first, but we can still do some basic minimal improvements in our Excel report. I can remove grid line, x axis, and I can give it a title, let's say profit and loss statement. So we can create a basic or a good enough version like this, but from this leading up to that kind of design, uh, there is no native option available or features available to convert the view. I will use or export the same data set in Power BI, and let's give it a try there and how we can create the example. So I will copy paste this data in Power BI and will paste the same Excel data here. I can give this some name like waterfall 3 load. So now I've added my waterfall table, and I will just do one thing, that I will now sort my column by this order that we have introduced. So they both follow the same sorting order and not the alphabetical order. So this is done. Now we can see the same data that we have in Power BI as well. This is our data set. And if I convert this into a waterfall chart, this is the default rendering, and if I just move it around here and there, this is one rendering and this is the original view. Now we have the same view what we were able to recreate in Excel, but there is an improved version. Now you just don't see actual, but you can see this is revenue 1 2 3. The labelings are better. We by default we don't have data label, but some things are better compared to Excel. But this is still, we don't have any way to convert them into a stacked column. So we'll start creating the visual. So far we saw how we can create in Excel and in Power BI, but both versions are not feasible or don't give us the same result what we want to create. So to create a stacked waterfall chart in Power BI, we will use Inforiver Analytics plus Visual. You can click on this three dot and go click on this Get More Visual and get it from App Source Marketplace library. I already have this visual, so I will directly select it from my screen. This is how it appears. This is Analytics plus Visual, and I will just simply add my data in the same order. So I have category, I have my legend, which is a stacked group, and this is my value. So this is the default rendering. Now I just have to go in my chart type and select stacked waterfall chart. Yes. So this is the result that we are getting. In this, one thing you can see is sorting order is not same as Power BI. So to do that, I'll go to sorting, and I will also select the native sorting, whatever Power BI sorting we are keeping. So now you can see the similar pattern. We have the same value, but instead of the split, I can see my remaining values grouped in expenses as 3 different categories. So now let's start and fix and improve it further. So first thing I will do is I'll remove my x-axis and y-axis from side panel. Second thing I want to do is I want to convert values as subtotal. So I will add and break the points as interim. So this you can use result to create custom breakdowns in between your visual, which I'm doing right now. And the third I have is cogs. So what it does is it sums up your value and then create a breakdown, and from there it starts. So you can see all the lines are aligned. That means that all the totals are also in line. Now once I have done this, one thing you can see is I don't need this overall total because it doesn't serve any purpose. So I will go to canvas setting and simply disable this grand total. Now come back outside. So here is the basic version that is ready. So now we can do some formatting changes. Okay. So now colors sorting is also done. Another thing I want to fix is the sorting order of my stacked series. So if you see, I want them to be expense 1, then 2, and then 3. So I will go to sorting again, go to stacked option and sort this in ascending order by my group. So this is the stacked group that we are using, and now it is in the same order, stacked wise, as well as how I want my axis in the correct order. You can see the title as well. Next thing I want to do is I'll fix my title. So I want to call this profit and loss statement million. So if I have any additional subtext or subtitle, I can simply add it here, and I can give this a certain formatting. Let's use a bigger font for profit and just go in preview. This is the how the preview is coming. Another thing I want to tweak now, as for this, you can see without even doing too much customization or going anywhere outside the visual, like just using on object, I was able to create the same example that you have seen. One slight fix I want to do is the data label. So in some cases you will see I have two data labels repeating, 30 is inside also and outside also. I don't want my values or actual labels to repeat twice. Hence I'll go to data labels. We have this series wise data label, so I will show label for everything except actual. Actuals are all the blue bars that you see, and apply. And now you will see that is also fixed. So you have your revenue total, then the differences, and breakdown to what is your EBITDA or the end value. Now this is the basic waterfall is ready that we have seen in the images. It is same as that. I have clicked on preview screen to see the actual preview. But that's not all. Let's say now I want to understand or see how much compared to total revenue to EBITDA we have declined. So I can see the downfall used because this is a waterfall chart, but in terms of absolute value, how much we have declined. So I can use this deviation option. So I will expand this. I want a top view deviation line. So I will select my total revenue and comparison with EBITDA. So I have just selected both of these, and now you will see I have my reference deviation line enabled, and you can see that since from my total revenue till EBITDA there is a 107 million difference, and that basically is a combination of the COGS value and the expense value that we have. the good part about this visual is in between we also have this gross profit, but it is not including this gross profit into calculation. So the deviation or the gap I see is between total revenue and EBITDA. So I have a downfall, and if I want to do any other such similar comparison, I can do it very easily. But for now, this is all I wanted to achieve, and we have done this in just with couple of drag and drops. So far we have recreated the same template from scratch in a very less amount of time and without any coding or writing any complicated DAX or combination or any complicated scenarios that we generally do. So this is it. But what if you want to save more of your time and create it more quickly? So I'll show you another technique on how you can create it way faster in InfoRiver without the same thing. So I'll select the same values again. I'll switch to InfoRiver Analytics Plus. Now, as you remember, this is the same default view we get, and we can go and just simply import the template, so we don't have to recreate it. I'll go and select the waterfall template, open, apply. So now you can see it is created within or less than 1 minute 30 seconds. It is that easy to create once you import or save your JSON file. So to save your JSON file, you have to go to this export config. When you're exporting a design or you want to save, you can click on export, or you can download or copy this code and save for your future reference, the way I have downloaded. And whenever you want to reuse it, you just go to import setting. You have to import that setting. So anything you have created or designed once, you can retain the same setting very easily in your next report or share with another colleague who want to have the same design. Thank you. That's all for this video.